You are aware, I believe you have, the statement made by our Commissioner Dan Beebe. We have reached as a conference and a mutual agreement with Dan Beebe for him to step away as Commissioner of the Big 12. And I want to just take a moment to wish Dan and his family the very best in all that they do into the future and to thank him. And I express the feelings of the Board of Directors of the Big 12. Dan has always demonstrated a total commitment to the best interests of the Big 12. No one has ever doubted that. His energy and skill in every dimension of what he has done has been exemplary. His negotiation of a media contract that really positioned the Big 12 and our members to be nationally recognized is something we're very proud of, and I know that Dan is very proud of that accomplishment. He on behalf of the board members, let me just say we wish him the very best. The board has engaged Chuck Ninus as interim commissioner of the Big 12. I know many of you do know him. Chuck Ninus is a national figure in intercollegiate athletics. He served as Big 8 commissioner from 1971 to 80 and was president of the College Football Association from 1980 to 87. So with Commissioner Beebe stepping aside, the engagement of Chuck Ninus as interim will enable us to go forward as a conference, certainly functioning very effectively as we look to the future.
That were recommended to us. We asked Chuck Ninus as a consultant in our search for our athletics director and head football.
That's Oklahoma. That needs to be off here. I can recognize David Boren's voice. And so their timing is perfect, it sounds like. He just announced what I just announced. This evening, our board affirmed its intention to pursue the granting of media rights, that's first and second tier media rights, for a period of 6 years in order to position ourselves in a dynamic media market nationally. So that was a specific action the board took this evening. Our board also reactivated our expansion committee, and that's an expansion committee of athletic directors and and chancellors and presidents to look at the expansion issue and bring recommendations back to the board. Further action taken was, as chair, I was asked to form a special working group to address a variety of other issues to further strengthen conference stability. And we agreed not to be discussing any specific issues this evening, but to simply recognize that there's a number of steps we need to take. There's work to be done, and we will appoint a special working group to very expeditiously address those and bring those to the board for continuing to pursue work that really had begun prior to the discussions over the last few weeks with the Pac-12 and so forth. So the Big 12 itself is an ongoing entity and activity that represents intercollegiate athletics for Big 12 institutions. We had recognized earlier that there was some significant work we needed to do in a number of critical areas. Some have been reported on publicly, others have not. This evening we have said let's just form a small working group to get at this task and bring recommendations back to the board. So that will be occurring as we look to the future. Let me just say now in a very general way, as Chancellor of the University of Missouri, I'm very proud of the brand and the quality of program we have here. And at the University of Missouri, our principal responsibility is to those 500-plus student athletes that represent us in so many ways. We're very proud of our alumni and our Tiger fan base that's proved to be just extraordinarily strong and brave in so many ways, and a tremendous voice for what's the best about the University of Missouri. And we'll be continuing to work with our conference on a variety of important issues as we look at our bylaws, operational procedures, as this special committee gets in place. And I just want to thank also the tremendous support we have had from fans and alumni across the country. Here at the University of Missouri, as you know, we focus on three very important values in Mizzou athletics: academic integrity, social responsibility, and competitive success. And we intend to move forward in every way as the flagship university and for the state of Missouri. So with that, that's a summary of where we are at this time, and I'll pause here and open up for discussion. And is Mary Jo, is it just up to me to Mike? I'll start with you. You're standing right there.
That statement for Missouri tonight?
Let me say, we have worked, as you know, I've been in a leadership position with the Big 12. I've exercised that. We're working together. We're really at a point we were prior to this all starting with the additional issues that have arisen as a result of the process we've had over the last few weeks. So the University of Missouri is going to continue to work for what is best for the University of Missouri. We have seen that aligned with the Big 12 Conference. And we will be continuing to work with the various issues we have in the conference to carry forward.
Chancellor, your own.
You know, every institution has to look out for its best interest. I've said that from the beginning. That's what you saw exercised by several members of the Big 12 over the last few weeks. And they've looked at what is their best interest, and, you know, it's interesting and it's positive for us that they found staying with the Big 12 was in their best interest. So here we are, really right back at the tasks we were at when this all started. So that's really a very positive statement and reaffirmation of the Big 12 Conference and doing what it's been doing, and we're going to continue to be working together to address some of those tough issues, because it's recognized that we've got some issues to address, and that's why we appointed a special working group. I was asked to form a group immediately to do that. So I think you can see that we're committed to examining every single aspect of those issues that are being discussed nationally, and we will be working together to find a pathway that will lead toward a more stable conference, and one that, as we look to expansion, will be very attractive to other institutions around the country.
I think we have time for just two.
You know, during this last few weeks, it's fair to say that every major institution in the country has had one type of communication or another with essentially every major BCS conference. I think that's a fair statement for most. Certainly, we've had those contacts as well. So I don't want to go into any specifics there. It's something that we're back together, you might say, in a united effort here as a Big 12 board right now and conference to identify those areas that have served to divide us at times in the past and to raise questions about the future of the Big 12. The Big 12 intends to go forward at this time. Well, let me say that's again a hypothetical that could occur. I mean, in a sense, anything is possible, and that's all recognized, and that's what has led to the discussions that we've had over the last several weeks. There's important values in intercollegiate athletics that the University of Missouri holds as very important, and we continue to support those. We want to work on behalf of our student athletes as a prime consideration and represent those values of integrity and social responsibility and competitive success as a university that we have. And we've found that we've been doing that effectively, we feel, in the Big 12 Conference. That's why we're as excited and have such a successful program that we have today. I think that's worth reflecting on. We're where we are in the best era of intercollegiate athletics in Missouri's history. So that says a lot about where we are, where our fan base is, and the conference that we're in as well.
Chancellor,
thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
So thank you all very much for coming. We appreciate it.
Thanks. The voice held out there. Thank you all very much. And if Oklahoma heard all this, then that's fine too, but we didn't get to hear all of theirs. Again, thank you all very much, and really I was trying to summarize the specifics. There really aren't any more specifics to deal with at this time, so that's why I just wanted to give you that. And clearly, as you watch over the next few weeks, you'll hear other things emerging from discussions with the Big 12 board. Thanks. Thank you all.
Thanks, We're going to step out in the hallway here for Mike for just